Good morning, good morning, good morning, Falcon fans everywhere, across all platforms, across all states, across all continents, across all bodies of water. How y'all doing this morning out there in the Falconverse? This morning I have the man, the myth, the legend, the superstar, the celebrity, the humble servant, the one and only Mr. Big Low Country. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing, Big Low?
See, Will, what the world? What's going on with you, man? You already wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Hey, hey, mama, I finally made it. I'm on the show with T Will. Mama, we done made it. You ain't got a word no more. What the world, T Will? What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, top of the world, ma. Top of the world. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Man, shoot, well, we we doing it, man. You know they say Wednesday after lunch is all downhill from there. So,
amen, brother.
That's where we at. That's where we at.
Amen, man. Amen. Well, hey, man. As always, I want to talk about these Falcons this morning, man. Looking forward to, hey, man, just getting to the discussion about our beloved Atlanta Falcons and what we can do this year. To put ourselves in a position to be successful and do something we didn't do last year and 7 years prior, which is make the playoffs, right? So with that being said, let's get to it. Now, I've seen reports, you've seen reports that says we are officially over the cap, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're over the cap. It's, not a lot we can do. So obviously we have to make some moves. So this morning, I wanted to take a look at some suggestions by Mr. Scott Karisic. Everybody out there in the Falcons verse should know who Scott Karisic is. Very, very, very intelligent young man and very savvy and sound around a spreadsheet. Usually can make a spreadsheet deal cards. So very savvy with finances. As a matter of fact, I think he has a background in that. So
yes,
when the man suggestions as far as salary cap, we all need to listen pretty much, right? Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to take a look at what Scott suggests and how we can move forward. So looking at this, it says Falcons only $5 million over the cap. It's what I've been projecting this offseason. Easy moves to help them get some space. Number one, cut on Yamada, right? Mm-hmm. Saves $8.1 million. Extend Grady to a deal like what's shown in the first pick to the lower cap hit this year to just $8.5 million. Saves $12 million. Restructure Lindstrom, saves $10 million. Restructure Terrell, saves $9.6 million. Extend McGarry to a deal like the second pick to lower cap hit to just $6 million this year, saves $10.6 million. Doing all this without even touching Cousins would have the Falcons at $45 million under before trading cutting Cousins. Wouldn't be surprised to see if the Falcons restructure Cousins and then cut him too for an additional $17 million in savings this year and push that back into 2026. Okay, so that's interesting. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, first you got to think about it like this right here, Terry. Think about Terry. Think about it. Think about it like this. It's one of those situations where we got to think about who Terry Fontenot is, right? Mm-hmm. Think about where he came from. He came from New Orleans Saints, where they literally kick the can down the road. Yeah. When it comes to their guys who have contracts, they don't really get a chance to get to expiring contracts. Now, another thing that you have to consider is my brother, my oldest brother. He was like my dad because my dad, he passed away when I was 13. So my oldest brother, he's 14 years older than me. He basically raised me.
Condolences. And,
thank you so much.
Shout out to your brother for raising you, man. It's good.
Hey, man. Hey, man, good people. But he always, and I don't know if it was the best financial advice, but he always said, whoever dies and owes the most wins.
Oh, wow. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. That is good, man. That is good, brother. Oh, that is good, man.
So
I'm going to use that one.
So
Wait, say that. How does that go? Say that again.
Whoever dies and owes the most wins.
Damn it. I'm going to use that. Man, I love that. I love that. Shoot.
So if you use Big Bro's financial literacy,
oh, wow.
You can literally go from a good situation to a better.
Wow. Good morning, King Richie. Good morning, Miss Carrie, baby. Whoever dies and owes the most wins. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. I halfway want to say words to live by, but you know, okay. Oh man. So hey, let's get into it, right?
Okay.
We got a lot of needs.
Yes.
So top of mind, we need to re-sign our center. That is paramount.
Yes.
You don't mess with the continuity of the offensive line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix.
That is a must do. That is a gotta have. You know, that's like gas in the morning on your way to work. You got to have it. Hello. Good morning, Deke. What up? What up, Deke? How you doing? You gotta have that, right? So we need our center. We gotta have defensive linemen. Got to do that. Got to get a little bit younger. Need an edge rusher. Got to have pass rushers. Need a linebacker, right? Need a cornerback. Need a safety.
Yes.
Those are in my mind's eye what we need. Did I leave anything out, or is there anything else you can think of that the Falcons may wish to address in the offseason? Any other positions?
Nah. Cornerback, safety. I mean, you might need some linebackers.
Yeah, we do. We need linebackers who can run.
Yeah, linebackers.
We need linebackers who can run and cover. We do need that, because no disrespect to Troy Anderson, but hey, man, you cannot make the club from the tub. You know what I mean? And I've seen enough of him in the last couple of years to say whatever. It's just not working, bro. It's just not working. You know,
it ain't working. It ain't working.
One thing about the famous Dan Quinn, he did not play around. If you couldn't stay on the field, he was not going to be here for you. He just wasn't. Okay,
can't do it.
Can't win with them.
Can't win with them.
Can't do it. Can't win with them. Right. So, yeah, we need a linebacker who can run. And I like what Scott's done here. You know, all is said and done. Maybe it gives us about $60 million, which, you know, between free agency and the draft, I would imagine you should be able to address all of your needs. Look, I'm not a capologist. Okay. I'm not a capologist. I'm a long way from it. So, you know, maybe that helps you. Maybe that helps you address these needs. Maybe it doesn't, but you know, at least you get a good head start, right?
There you go.
But let's get into needs versus wants. Good morning, Falcon Commander. Good Thursday, February 2025. Go Atlanta Falcons, rise up, Dirty Birds. Nando, Rich Rise and T Will carry Big Low panel. What it do, man? What it do? Man? How are you? All right, man. So let's get back to needs versus wants, right? Needs versus wants, right? So let me tell you something. I really, I mean, really, bro, I really want dude out of Cleveland. I mean, I really do, man. I really want him, but in what it's going to cost in draft capital, right?
I mean, you already got draft capital, T. Will. That's the thing. Like, we already struggling. It's like trying to give somebody braids who ain't got no edges. Like, it ain't really gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You know,
it's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work.
Now I'm looking at that list that Scott put up. So, I mean, I completely agree with him as far as like cutting Onyemata. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that David Onyemata, he actually put up numbers that are, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this, that are comparable to a Mr. Jalen Carter. If you look at Jalen Carter numbers, you look at Onyemata numbers, I think he had like a half less sack or one less sack, and I think he had more tackles for loss. So, I mean, me myself personally, I feel like when it comes to the defensive line and the defensive tackles are the most expendable guys because unfortunately there are a lot of big 350-pound guys like me in America who could take on two people. Like that's just what it is. You know.
Well, let me. I beg to differ with you, sir. Big Low, you are one of one, sir. You are an original. Okay, when God made you, he broke the mold. I'm not gonna let you sell yourself short like that, sir. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay, you're the only person that I know that can go live at 2:00 in the morning and fill the house. Okay, you're the only person I know that can go live at 3:00 in the morning and folk not be mad at you the next day going to work. Like, man, that damn Big Low he was on one last night, man. I didn't get a bit of sleep. I got 3 meetings today. I feel terrible, but I love me some Big Low. Matter of fact, if we got one tomorrow morning at 2:00 in the morning, I'm gonna be there again. Okay. So I would be remiss in my duties to the people, to the Falcon fans, to the folks of this chat. If I let you say that, sir, you are one of one. Okay? All right. Glad we got that out of the way. So, David Onyemata, it's got a PFF grade of 66.2, which is not bad.
Ain't bad.
Not bad at all. It's definitely in the green.
Yes.
Pass rush at 61, run defense at 64. So pretty much in alignment with what you said. Very solid, man. Very solid defender. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had to interject there. But yeah, you continue your thoughts, man, David. So you're I think you're saying you're in the mindset to keep him. Is that where we're going with that?
No, I'm actually in the mindset to let him go. I feel like, especially with the scheme that we're running, you know, because what's his cap hit, like 10 mil, something like that.
I don't know, but it saves 8.1 million.
Okay, it saves 8 million. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm in the thought process to let him go. But you know, I know that a lot of people, you know, are like, yeah, I mean, David Onyemata didn't really do that much last year. But I mean, it's kind of when I go back to the point, you know, there are a lot of 350-pound guys out there who could bench 400 pounds. Like, you know, they're not hard to come by, unfortunately. You know, so you know, if you could let him go, and you know, I feel like one thing that we can say about Terry is that he has been drafting for the future, you know, consistently. You know, he drafted Rook last year and Dorless to come in this upcoming year to kind of step up. So I feel like the writing might be on the wall for Onyemata, like a Destiny's Child album.
Oh man, say my name, say my name. Okie dokie. Wow. All right. Let's get to some housekeeping. We got Jay Jonta this morning. Good morning, Jonta. How you doing? Good morning, fellas. Jay Black says, morning, T. Will and Big Low. Deke says, Walker out of Kentucky. I like it, Deke. And my brother, another one of one. When I tell you he's one of one.
One of one.
Hey, man, BLB, big little brother. What the world, Bo?
What's going on, EP?
Hey, man, what up, BLB? Another one of one, Miss Carrie. Good morning, King Richie. Hey, Miss Carrie, baby. And I sold her short. Good morning, T. Will and Big Low. So ready for the show this morning. I have my croissants and Hooters ready. I love it. I love it. Gotta get those lemon pepper wings. Gotta get those lemon pepper wings.
Peach is still working down there.
Spread the love, Carrie.
Peach is still working down there, T. Will.
What you say? What now?
Peach is still working down there?
Peach is still working there,
man.
Oh,
she's still down there? Okay.
Peach is still down there, man. Yeah, okay. Man. Yeah, okay. Man. Peach is still working down there. Yep. Eric says, Carrie, Deke. Hey, Eric. I love the love this morning, man. I love the love. All right. So now that we're all caught up on our housekeeping, Big Low, we got to have a trial this morning, man.
Uh-oh.
Gotta have a trial this morning, man. Got to, you know, I hate to do it, Big Low. But we just got to do it, man. We just got to do it, man. You know, Big Low, We've all been young, right? We've all had that one relationship that Big Low. We just thought that this was it, man. We just thought that this was the one. You know what I mean? We thought that this was the one. This was the forever, ever. Man, this was the one. And life happens, and you look up, and 12 months later, you're saying to yourself, is this the end?
Man.
Are you my real friend? You know, what happened? You used to be there when the chips were down.
Uh-oh.
But hey, now you're not around, Kirk.
What?
Now you're not around. Okay? I'm just saying.
Hey, go, T. Will you?
I'm just saying, right?
That's not a hard field. That's not a hard field.
Let's go back, right? Let's go back. We signed Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah.
The season starts, game 1, not really good. You know, everybody's all, this is BS. What the hell have we done? I don't even think he did this, did that, can't plant, can't throw, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then Kirk goes into Philadelphia and pulls off the upset. Not only does he pull off the upset, but he throws 5 passes in a row and passes us to victory. And it's all love and Thin Mints and good times, cookies and flowers, and everybody's happy. And then the season goes on, and we start winning. And one Sunday, we see Kirk swag surf. And we're like, Kirk really gets us, man. Right? Swag surf. And then we see Kirk in an interview at Waffle House. And we think to ourselves, there's a guy that gets it, Kirk. Kirk, you are officially invited to the cookout. As long as you leave the potato salad with the raisins, you can come to the cookout. You can even play spades with us, Kirk. And because we love you so much, we'll even let you go blind. Even though I don't play blinds, we'll let you go blind, Kirk. Okay? If you get behind, we'll let you bid a blind 10. We'll let you do it. Okay? And then, in the midst of it all, Kirk gets hurt. And it's okay, because these things happen, right?
Don't tell nobody. You don't
tell nobody, Kirk.
Okay.
Keep it to yourself. We got enemies out there. We got enemies, Kirk. Enemies who will do you harm if they find out that your elbow and your shoulder are hurt. It would be so bad, right? So we find this out. We see Kirk's name on this injury report, and then a week later in an interview, he says, are you ready for this? It's a typo.
I mean, you got to go through how many keystrokes is Kirk? K-I-R.
K. K-I-R-K. 4.
C-O-U-S-I-N-S. Okay, it's typo. All right. Clerical error.
But Big Low, Kirk wouldn't lie to us. We're in love. Kirk wouldn't lie to us, Big Low. He's invited to the cookout. He went to Waffle House and did an interview. He did the swag surf. Kirk wouldn't lie to us. He wouldn't do it. And the season goes on. And finally, Kirk's performance is so donkey hooters. I'm coining that phrase, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it is. It's so donkey hooters that we have to replace him. But wait, a new love interest for the Falcons comes along, Mr. Michael Penix Jr., and he is everything that we thought. He has the arm. Wait a minute,
the new love interest, like
the new one,
Tyler Perry movies?
The new boo comes along. But you know, we still have history with the old one. Mm-hmm. We feel conflicted. Mm-hmm. We feel indebted. Mm-hmm. But this was so good Kirk was so good to us. He took us to Waffle House. He did the swag surf. He went 6-3 with us. 6 and mother freaking 3. Yeah. Okay? We're conflicted. But we had to do what we had to do, Kirk. We had to do what we had to do. We had to win. The season's in peril. And you know the rest of the story. Michael Penix comes out. He's great. He's outstanding. He performs wonderfully. But because of a timeout deficiency and some basically I don't have any F's to give in the last game after the Saints win, we find ourselves in that predicament. But that's okay, Kirk, because Kirk says he's going to be the best backup quarterback ever. And Kirk wouldn't lie to us because Kirk loves us. Kirk wants us to be happy. Kirk wants us to move on. And then comes that magical, majestical moment in Falcon history, the Super Bowl. And Kirk does an interview, Big Low. And what does Kirk say, Big Low? What does Kirk say? Kirk says, I was hurt the whole time. I was hurt the whole time. Kirk spilled the beans. Kirk turned state's evidence. Kirk is now a Fed. He testified against us, which means that everything that he told us was a lie, Big Low. He didn't love us. He didn't love us. It was disingenuous. He didn't really mean it when he went to Waffle House. You know what? When he ordered that All-Star special, he didn't mean it, Big Low. Oh, I am troubled in my soul this morning. How do you play with an All-Star special? That is sacrosanct to everything we believe in the South. What are you saying? There's nothing better at 2 o'clock in the morning to soak up some liquor than an All-Star special with the toast. Yes. No raisins.
No raisins.
No raisins.
No.
All right. What are we doing, Kirk? And not only do you do that, not only do you turn state's evidence, not only do you make Raheem, Coach Ra, and GM Terry Fontenot look like liars.
I mean,
but okay. You double down on it, and you have the audacity. I'm going to quote my father, the great Willie Wilson. Hey, Dad. Love you. You have the unmitigated gall.
Yes.
You knew it was coming. Didn't you feel it? You have the unmitigated gall to take off the Falcon shirt that you have on in public in front of witnesses and don a regular black shirt as if to say, I'm done with y'all. As if to go on Instagram and go on a classic rant about how you never loved us. Oh. And then, but wait, there's more. The coup de grace.
The coup de grace. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You had no. Join with me, brother. We are bonded in our pain. As all Falcon fans. You are gonna diss our number one reporter? You're gonna tell him, I'm not gonna talk about it. No, thank you. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, D-Let, I'm not gonna do that. And then, not only that, the one unforgivable sin, you're gonna be awkward with Lisa Shepard? Really, Kirk? Really? You're gonna be awkward with Lisa Shepard? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, hereforth and forever, I pronounce Kirk Cousins guilty. He's no longer invited to the cookout. You should sell his jerseys for Thin Mints, gummy bears, whatever you can get. You should use your Kirk Cousins jerseys to wash your car. Or maybe as, I don't know, cat litter to pick up your dog droppings. Okay? But the relationship with Kirk is officially over. If this were in the 80s, we'd cut him out of all his pictures. But we don't have pictures because it's 2025. So we're defriending you. We're blocking you on all socials, Kirk. We are erasing you from our memory. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the trial of Kirk Cousins. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just had to get it up. Just had to get it off my chest, Big Low. Just had to get it off my chest, man. Just had to do it. Had to do it this morning.
I ain't knocky.
You know, I'm sorry. I went on an epic run last night on One Time for the Fan, and you know what? It wasn't enough, Big Low. I didn't have any peace in my sleep last night, and I had to get up this morning and talk to my Falcons people and say Kirk is guilty. Okay? Damn it. All right. Now we can move on. So, oh, man. We got Drew Dalman coming up. He's a free agency. Excuse me. He's in free agency. I'm sorry.
Yes.
He is a free agent. The act of being in free agency. Big Low, how critical is it that we sign Drew Dalman?
It's extremely important. Yeah, it's extremely important. You know, if you got something that's been working, you want it to keep working. Center, that's the spearhead of your offensive line.
Yep.
You know, he knows your snap counts. He communicates to those guards on both sides to let them know who to double team or who to fall off of, who to come help him. He's the catalyst. He's the catalyst of the offensive line. So you want to definitely make sure he's a priority when it comes to, free agency this year. That's the first guy that you got to go after.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. I mean, look at you're only as good as your offensive and defensive lines. If we didn't learn anything from this year's Super Bowl and those Eagles, those fly Eagles fly, whatever. Your offensive and defensive lines are important, Big Low, right? They're key. So the center being the captain of the offensive line, you got to have him, right? If this guy understands your calls, your protections, and he's good at it, and I think we can say the Falcons have a good, very decent offensive line, then you have to sign him, right?
Got to
sign him. So, look it. That's one down, right? That's one down. Who else? Or what other positions are you say, or would you say would be better to sign as opposed to draft, right? So let's go over what we need again. Obviously, we need our center. We need a defensive lineman. We need a linebacker who can run and cover.
Yes.
We need a cornerback. We need a safety. Those are all gotta haves, no debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of those positions, which, as well as center, would you prefer to sign as opposed to draft?
Well, I think the biggest thing about the situation we're in is that we're pretty young, but we're not that young.
Okay.
So I feel like whenever I was coaching, we called them the intelligence positions, right?
Okay.
Some guys just run, like some, in most cases, edges, defense, outside linebackers, they get after the quarterback and they make sure that they play that reverse counter and move. Mm-hmm. But there are some positions, like your safeties, like your linebackers, your centers, who, they have to do a lot of thinking pre-snap. Yeah. So I would really look at, especially while we're trying to rebuild this defense, whatever linebacker we get, I would go out and sign a veteran linebacker who could kind of help put this defense together. And, because, hopefully the goal is Jeff Uber is going to be bringing in some new schemes and some new things, some new wrinkles for this defense. We need somebody to help, make sure everything's communicated from the back end to the front end. So me, myself, center and linebacker, those are the two biggest positions. I'm be honest with you, as far as drafting, I would go after a young Thundercat for that other cornerback. But he got to be legit, because another thing that we saw in that Super Bowl is that, that secondary, they were legit, signing the Cooper DeJeans and the Blackenships of the world on that back end. It really helped. So
it did. It really did help them.
We really got to get a cornerback on the other side to kind of, give us some freedom to do some different things on the other side. Somebody that could just cover a whole third of the field, and, moving forward, we could kind of take that next step. Yeah.
That's a good point. Definitely a good point. And, I would say I agree with you 100%. I'm not going to give you any pushback, because after all, I'm not a coach. So, yeah, I'm going to I'm gonna agree with that 100%. Let's do some housekeeping. So while I went on my rant, we had so many people to come in here. Okay, so woo, boy, shut up, T. Will. All right. A1 says wait, no. King Richie says Big Low gone and get our seasonal song and video ready for the
hey, I got you, King. I got you. So in fact, I was in the studio last night. I was working on some stuff. I got you.
Who are you thinking you're gonna do like this season? I don't know. Can you give us some hints, maybe? I don't know. No? Keep it a surprise.
I mean, you got your divisional rivals, that you kind of got to go after. I mean, look, we got some people that we possibly beefing with internally. I can't, you just gonna have to see the messages like Kendrick Lamar. I can't really say.
Wow.
Wow. Just gonna have to see the messages. All I can say is Star Trek. Scotty don't want to give a star back. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
Messages the way you want to. That's all I can say.
You heard it here first. A1 Forever Sports says, DK, how you feeling, man? A1 says, what's good, everyone? What's good, A1? Antonio says, stop it, bro. Is this the end? I was in the moment, and the moment said, do it, Antonio. John from Out of Your Falcon Mind, my Braves podcast buddy and podcast mate, says, good morning, fellas. And chat, Falcon Commander, oh, snap, Kirk is on trial. You're right. Falcon Commander says left, then you go right. Eric Parker says then he turned into Daniel. I think that's the GOAT. I think that is. Deshaun says, what's up, T. Will, Big Low? Yeet, get some. Chris Wiley says trade him and get picks. Yeah, man, if we can trade him, let's do it. Eric says they knew. Then he says we all knew. King Richie says, what's good? And Out of Your Falcon Mind. Falcon Commander says cover, smother, and dice. That's right. Love me some Waffle House at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Eric Parker says, please don't lock him up. Free Kirk. We're not going to free Eric. We're not going to free him, Eric. We're not going to free him.
Backwards. Free Kirk till it's backwards.
Kirk did take us backwards. Carlos says, gotta shore up those trenches. Yes, we do. Eric says, time to make the donuts, LBB, Big Low. Hey, man, we'll see you, brother.
EP.
A1 Forever, man. Y'all think we need to bring Dama back? Yes, we do. Out of Your Falcon Mind. Yeah, we already have enough needs. Would be nice to not worry about center. Amen. Ronnie Thomas. April is Ron's wife, but really, this is Ron in the background playing Dr. Evil. Okay. And he says, good morning, everyone. Right. C Double says, man, we have a show in less than an hour and T Will trying to get Ron Thomas record of shows. Laugh out loud. I don't know, Ron. That's a big record, man. I don't know. That's a lot to break. King Richie, Kirk look like what I can do in my big low voice.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, look what I can do. Look what I can do. Yeah. Of course. All right. But hey, Kirk, it's fine. It's fine, Kirk. It's fine. And my Thor voice from, I don't know, Endgame. It's fine. It's fine. You got it, Kirk. You got it. You're the backup quarterback. You'll be here, Kirk. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. So let me ask you this. Are we our beloved Atlanta Falcons? Kirk is guilty, C-Dub. You're right. Our beloved Atlanta Falcons. Will this be the first time that I can recall that we have an all-defensive draft? Give me your thoughts on that.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Well.
Too much like right?
Exactly. But, I mean, the simple fact that, number one, I really feel like Terry Fontenot is, once again, he's forward thinking and he's trying to get to the point where he's drafting ahead. So I'm thinking that he's trying to draft at least another offensive lineman for the future as for depth. And then, I mean, the Falcons are good at drafting a wide receiver with the last pick or the second to last pick and, you know, storing them. You know, I mean, that's just one thing that we do. So I don't think it would be great if it was all defensive draft, but, you know, people in very hot places want water, you know.
Oh, the subtlety in which you did that. Oh, I love it, Big Low. Oh, the devil's in the details. Oh, man. Now, let me tell you something. That's a brother that's been going to church for quite a while. Okay? Let me tell you something, okay? I am a preacher's kid. I know y'all can't tell by my foul mouth. I am a PK, okay?
We can tell, too.
I am a PK, okay? And only people who've been in church for a while will drop something like, because it's so subtle. It's not in your face. It's understood. It's, you know, hey man, people in high places want water. You know what I mean? He didn't say, you know, he didn't say the big Beelzebub. He just kind of sprinkled it. You know what I mean? That was good, Big Low. That was good. Oh man, I see you have spent plenty of Sundays on TV. I see you have, man.
Yes, sir.
I see you have, man. I see you on those church fans a time or two. Yes, you have.
Look at here, too. I done picked up a lot of aunties.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, I know you done left church at 3:00 in the afternoon, man. Boy, I know you have. I know you have.
What you talking about?
That was a good one, man. That was a good one. That was a good one right there, man. See, you have to go to church to understand the subtlety of what Big Low did. He didn't hit you in your face with it. No, it was subtle, right? It was just a little fear. People in hot places want water. Tune in next week if you want more. Oh, I love it. I love it. Man, I love it. You all right with me, Big Low?
Hey, man, same thing here, brother.
You all right with me. So, are Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot on the hot seat? And if they are, how hot is it?
But, I mean, think about it, Terry. You know, Kirk Cousins was just on trial. You know, Kirk Cousins was just on trial to you. I don't know if you're familiar with this old school Outkast song, but Big Boy had a famous line saying, "Common denominator, the Negro numerator."
Wow.
And with all of the fails that we had this past season, Raheem Morris was somewhere related to. Think about the synopsis that you just went over, T. Will.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins came out the first week and was rusty. Why was he rusty? Let's do a 5 why. Have you ever did a 5 why at work?
I'm gonna do it now. So
a 5 why is if you trying to figure out the cause of a problem, we just keep asking why until we find out what it is.
Okay.
So Kirk Cousins was rusty. Why do you think Kirk Cousins was rusty?
Because he didn't practice in the preseason.
Why do you think he didn't practice in the preseason?
Because we didn't want him hurt because he was coming off of an Achilles injury.
Why didn't the whole offense practice in the preseason?
Because we didn't want him hurt because Kirk was coming off of an Achilles injury.
Why didn't want him hurt because Kirk Cousins was coming off of an Achilles injury?
Because this was Raheem's first year, and damn it, he did not want to see any of his major cogs in his wheel get hurt in a preseason game that was meaningless. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just giving you why.
I understand. Why did Raheem in his first year in his second job didn't want to see him hurt, and why was he so scared to not move forward and be so bullheaded and not wanting to play his offense in the first preseason game whenever you're playing the best pass rusher in the league week 1?
Hey, man, have you seen the prices on these homes? And say that this stuff's expensive, Big Low, okay? Daddy has needs, okay? Daddy has needs, okay? I don't want to move again, goddammit. I just left LA. I don't want to move again. Okay? It's expensive. Have you seen the housing markets? Jesus. Okay? What if I end up in New York? I'm going to take a loss.
At the end of the day, the 2-time Super Bowl champions played in the preseason.
Well, let me tell you who didn't. Those Falcons. Not even the Water Boys. Okay? The Water Boys that the Falcons used in the preseason weren't the Water Boys in the regular season. They were the backup. Because nobody was going to get hurt. Okay?
At the end of the day, as a head coach, your job is to make sure your team is prepared to play. And Raheem Morris didn't make sure his team was prepared to play.
He did not.
I
agree with you there.
Another huge responsibility as a head coach is to make sure that your team is safe. You don't want guys going out there that's hurt. You don't want to push guys past their limit. Think about it. Think about the inconsistency of the way this man is thinking. If you don't want your guys to get hurt during the preseason, why, whenever they do get hurt, you keep playing them?
Now, that is the question. That is the question. And let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. So, look it. We understand that there are varying degrees of complexities when it comes to an NFL season, especially when you are dealing with the Falcons, okay? Because I love my Falcons and I love my Falcons fans, but we will turn on some folks. We will turn. Yeah. We will turn quickly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Matt Ryan.
Lions.
Matt Ryan even said it when he spoke to the team.
We will turn on you. Okay. So I'm thinking Raheem in his infinite wisdom, right? Because hey, look it, sometimes you jump out there. And in your mind, you see it a certain way, right? Like when I dance, in my mind, I'm seeing Chris Brown boogie.
Okay.
Now, from what I'm told by the Beard Gang, that's not what they see. Now, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them.
What's wrong with them?
I'm just telling you, man. When I'm getting my boogie on, you know what I mean? I'm like,
okay.
I'm seeing Chris Brown. I'm seeing Chris Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I see, how I feel versus what they see is not equivalent. Right?
See what you need to do. You need to tell Ryan and C-Dub that they need to go to the doctor and they need to make sure they tell the doctor all their symptoms.
That's right.
Then they need to get some blood work in the autopsy.
There you go.
And then schedule the surgery. Tell them not to eat nothing the night before.
Nothing the night before. Nothing.
Then they need to go get that surgery done so they can get that hate out of their heart. They just got that hate in their heart. They got to get that hate out of there.
C-Dub, Ron, and especially that damn Ladarius. Get that hate up out of your heart.
Ladarius, get that hate out your heart.
Get that hate up out your heart, sir. Okay? There's no room for it here. Okay? I am Chris Brown, damn it. Anyway.
That's right.
Right? But so here's what I think happened. I think Raheem in his mind said, we're gonna sign Kirk Cousins, right? We're gonna sign Kirk. We're gonna sign Kirk, and then wait for it, Terry Fontenot. Wait. We're gonna draft Penix, right? Yeah. Nobody will see that coming. Nobody will see it. Oh my God, it's gonna be great. Well, maybe it won't be great. I mean, maybe they'll be all over us, but whatever, it's gonna work, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna draft. We're gonna wait. No, I don't want any 10 minutes. What the hell are you doing? I don't even like York peppermint patties. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna draft Michael Penix. We're gonna play Kirk for 2 years, right? That way we get our investment, and then we're gonna let the kid play, right? And Kirk may win us a Super Bowl in year 1 or year 2, but if he doesn't, the kid grows and it's great and it works out, right? So, and I really think that was the thinking. I think the plan was to play Kirk for 2 years, let the kid sit, cut him at year 2, let him go on to greener pastures. He's Kirk. He always lands on his feet, right?
Yep.
Everybody's happy. Bob's your uncle, right? And then Kirk gets hurt in the middle of year 1. And I don't know if you guys know this, and I love Raheem. I say this, Raheem, with all love. Raheem has a bit of an ego, right? Like Ladarius tells me all the time, I have a big ego. He tells me that the size of my ego can't even fit on this screen. I don't know why he says it, Big Low. Ladarius, get that hate about your heart, sir.
Get a hate about your heart.
But, okay, Raheem has a big
Raheem has an ego?
Yeah, a bit of an ego.
Oh my goodness!
Just
daggone.
Just
I
a
never
bit,
noticed.
Right?
I never noticed.
So Raheem,
bless his heart.
I'm moving away from the lightning that's about to come down. Okay, I'm just. Hey, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine, Big Low. It's fine. I'm just moving away from the light.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Right? It's fine.
I just lean towards you. Okay.
Big Low safe. I'm going down. I'm taking everybody. I'm Nino Brown. Okay, fine. Right? So look, in his wisdom, he says, this can't be. We can't have Kirk go down in the first season. These fans were already all over me, right? When we signed him, $180 million, they're going to be like, oh, what a waste. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hear that. Plus, I don't want to deploy the kid against Minnesota and the Chargers. Maybe Kirk can get us a victory. So I tell you what. Yeah. Kirk, listen. Yeah, I know you're hurt, right? I know you're hurt, Kirk. But listen. Why don't you just tell him it was a typo? It was a typo. And you're really not hurt. I know you're throwing 15 miles an hour, but it's okay. Just tell him you're not hurt, okay? And we'll run the ball, and we'll see what we can do to help you out, okay? All right. Break, right? That was the plan. That was the plan, right? And it didn't work. And Kirk was Cheeks McGee. Ass Cheeks McGee. Kirk was awful, okay? And the plan failed. But
terribly.
But out of the ashes rises the phoenix, or should I say the Penix? Kerry, you see what I did there? Rises from the ashes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Major pause. Pause, he will.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm on one today, buddy. Oh, yeah. I'm on one today. All right. So, no, in all seriousness. Look, Penix rises from the ashes. We go into next season. But I feel like that seat that Raheem is on is so hot. Man, you can't even sit down. You can't. Kerry says T will pause. That seat that he is on is so hot, man. You can't even sit down on it. Like you gotta brace yourself up. Like it's hot, bro.
Well, think about this, T will, because you mentioned Raheem Morris's ego, and you said that Raheem Morris said, "Hey, we'll go into that San Diego game and we'll just run the ball a little bit more, and we'll try to protect you." Looking at these numbers here for that San Diego game that we scored 13 points on, Kirk Cousins threw the ball 39 times.
God dang!
But he was hurt. That Minnesota Vikings game, he threw the ball 37 times. Now, moving forward for that Raiders game, he only threw the ball 17 times, but I think it was obvious. I think we were just trying to get out with a win. But the fact of the matter is, T. Will, is that if you look at, and that's why I'm starting to, I really feel like and I hate to go back to Kirk Cousins, but I really feel like as far as Kirk Cousins goes, I feel like he's lying either way. One way or the other, he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Because either he just hit that quarterback wall, he hit that, late 30s wall that I've hit already, and he just can't do the things that he used to do. And he's lying, saying that he got hurt, because if you have a bad shoulder and a bad elbow, you got no ball. You got no business throwing the ball 39 times.
You don't. You have no business throwing the ball, period. If you look at that interception he threw, that could have been thrown by my mom. Love you, Mom.
Exactly.
I mean, that was awful. Like, he threw it at 5 o'clock, and it got there at 11:30 the next day. Like, that was definitely UPS ground, okay?
Hello.
No velocity.
That was Amazon Prime all day. So, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, and it kind of goes back to your original question, talk about Raheem Morris. This is on Raheem. You know, if you go back to the preseason, you go back to, you know, the way he fumbled the bag with Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. If you go back to the terrible defense that was played, everybody who had common sense knows could see that we should have played up a little bit closer. And whenever we did, successful things happened, and then we had to go back to it for some reason. I guess he wanted to prove a point.
You mean not playing 15 yards back when it's 3rd and 7? You mean, I don't understand. What do you mean?
I mean, daggone, just get.
We didn't give up 80 yards. We gave up 30 first downs in a row, but we didn't give up a bomb. We didn't do that.
Exactly. So, and
for losers.
Hello. And the crazy thing is, at the end of the day, it literally played into other teams' hand because they wanted to keep the ball away from us. So if we just give them 15 yards and let them catch it, and it's death by 1,000 paper cuts, you know what I'm saying? Like you're literally playing into the other team's hand. But
we couldn't stop them. They got like 50 first downs in a row, but we never gave up a pass over 20 yards. Stats are for losers.
Stats are for losers. And guess what? The wins and losses are
stats.
Hello.
But stats are for losers.
Stats are for losers.
Stats are for losers. Yeah, I look at. I think that seat is so hot, man. Like, you know, you probably need to put like something over that heat to sit your derriere on. That's how hot that seat is. Like, you probably need to rub yourself down with some what's that you have for burns? What's that? Oh
man, I can't think of
what's that ointment. Whatever that ointment is.
I can't think of. We always use butter.
Right. Well, you need to rub your hiney with that before you sit down on it in anticipation of getting burned.
Okay, yeah, but
that's what my mom would say. Rub your hiney, honey. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna rub your hiney, honey. All right, so NFL's going to an 18-game schedule.
Yes, sir.
If not this year, next. If not next year after that. Give me your thoughts on that. Do you think that puts players in danger? Are you a fan of it? I mean, nobody watches the preseason anyway. Nobody cares. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like the players are already in danger. If it was 16 games, they would have been in danger. It's a violent sport.
Yes, it is.
You know, I don't see how they do it. The guys who play all 17 games, I just don't see how they do it. You know, being in high school and playing 9-10 games is wear and tear. But I mean, I guess it's good for fans because they'll have more football. But man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. By the end of the season, I'm just so tired. I'm just so mentally, physically drained. Mm-hmm. I feel like I played the season. So, you know, just adding another game on to that, I mean, I feel like sometimes you can have too much of a good thing.
Okay. I mean, hey, I hear that, man. I am a hypocrite in that I would love an 18-game schedule because I'm not playing, right? It's not my body. It's not my body. Hey, I'm watching it. Kill each other. The carnage. Great. Pass the turducken. Let's watch some collision.
See, we're taking it back to Roman times. Good day, T.
Finish him. No, but I mean, hey man, 18-game season. Look, I don't watch preseason, right? Like I kind of like the first game. I'm all hyped just because I haven't seen my Falcons who I love, in a year's time, like that first game, I'm hyped. But by that second game, I'm like, shit, man, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I might turn it on midway. Like it's preseason. It's boring. Raheem doesn't want you to play in the preseason anyway, right? So hey, may as well cut it down to two preseason games, and let's go to an 18-game schedule. Now, if you do that, do you feel like there should at least be another bye for each team?
Yeah. I feel like both teams still should have a bye. But look, I mean, if Raheem keeps going on and not letting people play during the preseason, he probably ain't gonna have a choice anyway. Because
you could look at it this way. This way, it's only 2 games they don't play, right? It's only 2. This actually helps the Falcons. I mean, whether you believe it or not, this helps the Falcons.
I mean,
they're not gonna play in preseason anyway. So, look, you get an extra week of practice or whatever. From what Rob was saying is that you can learn a lot in the practices. Now, I don't think that. I mean, we won game 2, right? We were what, 2-2 at one point?
Yep.
So you can't really.
How many games?
If we'd have gone 0-4, you might have a point. But we came out the gate 2-2, right?
Well, let me ask you this to you. How many games did we miss the playoffs by?
Oh, wow. That's. Oof. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could come back and be like, yeah, but those were like in-game decisions. Like, you should have put Koo's ass on the bench 4 games before. You call the timeouts. That's 2 games right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, even if Raheem made all those bonehead decisions and you won that first game, you still would have had a chance to play
against the Steelers. Yeah. Well, I mean, if the ref had called the call against the Chiefs, okay. I mean, come on. And to be real, we saw what happens when you don't fix a game for them. I'm sorry, I didn't say fix a game. When you don't call it in a certain way,
you had it right the first time.
I still want a podcast. When you don't call it. Hey, NFL, I do not want this. I don't want them problems. I don't want them. I love you. I love you guys. How does Uncle Steve go? I love Desmond Ritter. I love you guys. I love you. I love you, NFL reps. What? I love you guys. I love Desmond Ritter. What are you saying? Of course it's fair. Totally fair. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So, look it. I don't know about you, Big Low. Okay? But I'm at the point, I don't care about all-star games in any sport. I don't give a damn if it's football, baseball, basketball. I just don't care. I don't care. I have shit to do. Okay? I'd rather watch Netflix than chill. Kim. Just kidding, Kim. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Kim. I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just kidding. I'd rather watch Netflix or Fandango or Prime or whatever 50 Disney or Hulu or whatever other freaking apps we got, right? But I'd rather or go bowling or go out with the family or there's just so much to do. I don't care about an all-star game. Like this is not 1945 when you basically have nothing else to do. Let's watch the all-star game. Why? Because there's no cable, there's no internet. Okay. Players are still smoking on the sidelines. Like there's not a lot to do. Okay. This is 2025. You don't even have to leave your house. You can put on your Oculus goggles and go into another world. Who wants to watch all-star games, right? Number one, look it. The Pro Bowl. The timing of it is piss poor. Like, who wants to watch the Pro Bowl, especially if you were in the NFC or AFC championship and your team lost? That shit's just cruel, man. Yeah. That's cruel. That's like watching your old boo that you just broke up with date somebody else, and you got to watch this shit. You got to watch them at the dance and try to act like you not watching. Don't look. Your friends are like, don't look. Don't go over there. I'm going to go over there. Don't go over there, T-Will. I'm going to go over there. Eric is like, man, if you go over there, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. You can't go over there.
Go over there and do your Chris Brown moves.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm going over there, Eric. Don't go over there, T-Will. Don't do it. Is he tall? Yeah, he's tall. Fuck. Damn, how's he dressed? Oh, man, he is dressed player. For real? Yeah. Damn, how's Kim looking? Damn, Kim looks great. Shit! I gotta sit here and watch. And she dropping it low, bruh. She dropping it low. She is dropping it low.
I ain't never seen her do that with you before.
Oh my God. She didn't do that with me, goddammit. Shit. Nobody wants to watch that. That's just cruel. Nobody wants to watch that, man. I don't know, man. I are we at the point to where like we need to just give them their check and be on their way like this? I mean, I don't watch. Do you watch All-Star games? Let me put it that way.
I mean, I don't watch the Pro Bowl. I started watching Pro Bowl years ago.
Right.
You
watch the MLB All-Star game?
No.
You don't. So that's two.
No.
Do you watch the NBA All-Star game?
I try to, but I mean, this year it was just terrible, and I feel like you know the reason why we used to love to watch like the All-Star games and things like that back in the day is because we wanted to see how our players acted towards each other, like players from other teams. You know, hopefully they get interviewed or things like that. Now I feel like social media is just so prominent. We know what kind of guy Bijan Robinson is. Back in the 1990s, you'll see Sterling Sharp play and you'll be like, man, I wonder if he's funny. I wonder what kind of guy he is. So if you get a chance to see him in the Pro Bowl, you'll be like, man, I see him over there joking with Jerry Rice. I wonder if they're like cool with each other or whatever. But now it's like all you got to do is just go on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok or whatever, and you'll see, Bijan Robinson and Kadero Hodge going on roller coasters and doing all kinds of stuff. Like we know what kind of guys all these people are.
We know everything.
Yeah. So
we know everything about. There's no mystery, right?
Yeah. There's no mystery no more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean, and Dave Chappelle said it best. The age of spin. Like there's no mystery. You know everything.
Yeah.
And if you know everything, it kind of desensitizes you. And I think that's what's going on. First of all, Big Low, thank you for joining me. I have two questions for you that I didn't tell you about because, I just think you're awesome and I wanted to ask you in front of the world. Big Low, you are about the most humble person or one of the most humble people that I've ever met, yet you are a superstar. At every outing that I've seen you, you have this regal presence and people just flock to you, man. They just come up to you, man. I'm out here, whatever. It's me and Jack and whatever. It's like, oh shit, it's Big Low. Move out of the way, T-Will. All right. Holy shit, it's Big Low.
I don't know about that.
Oh man. All right.
I don't know about that, T-Will. I don't know about that now. I don't know about that.
I know about that.
I just seen you and Jack move crowds.
Nah, man. I've seen you move crowds.
No,
look here.
Man.
Hey, look here. Big Low come through there. Y'all better watch out. Let me tell you something, man. You recently helped your nephew. You were instrumental in his life. You are a coach of young men. You clearly have a talent to reach people. What is that like? What is that like on a daily basis? Because it has to be a responsibility, right? It's gotta be a big responsibility. Let me tell you something. You are and I meant this. You could go live tonight. Hey, why Chris gonna come in here at 10:04? Jesus, man. I'm gonna let him in because he's Chris. But God damn it.
Hello, everyone.
What it is, Chill?
What's up, Chris? Coming in at 10:04. How you doing?
I just wanted to say hello. That's all.
Hey man, I'm just giving you shit. So look at Big Low. You clearly resonate with people. Like you're the only person that I know. Maybe you and Uncle Steve, but definitely, probably both. But you could go live at 2:00 in the morning and people would willingly watch it and willingly lose sleep. You have an ability to connect to your audience. You use humor to speak the truth. And I guess my question is, have you always been that way? Like, has it always been that way? Have you always had that ability to just connect with people and get your message across, or did you have to hone your skills over time?
Man, well, first of all, thank you so much for those encouraging words. I wish I could put you in my pocket and just take you around with me everywhere I go. Every time I feel down, like, hey, T, tell me something.
Oh wow! That was good. That was good.
But nah, man. Whenever I was growing up, bro, I was actually really shy. Like growing up, like so I would be shy, like out around everybody else. But like but whenever I was around my family, my church, and everything, I was kind of a menace. To be honest with you, I was always talking trash. I thought I was wrestler, so I'd be like trying to wrestle people and stuff like that whenever I was like 5, 6, 7. But I got a little bit older, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. What really like the changing point in my life, as far as whenever I got my most confident, is whenever I met Coach Roney. That's what really kind of helped.
Brought it out of you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she like kind of brought it out of me, and encouraged me to, just be myself, really. And that's I think that that's the power of a strong woman.
Yes,
can help.
That God sent to you.
Hello, that's it. What they say, behind every good man is a great woman.
Yes,
they ain't never lied when they said that.
Yes,
they ain't never lied.
Yes.
Powerful, right there, man. Powerful.
Very, very much so, Big Low. It's amazing at how many stories I hear where people that didn't really say a lot growing up. Oftentimes I say that's because God was preparing you and filling you with stuff to say. You got over 6,000, probably 7,000, 8,000 subs now. You've met some major people. You've dined and talked with some major celebrities, but you still, every time I talk to you, have this sense of purpose, this sense of drive. And we need that. We, especially now, we need that. So look it, man, I wanted to podcast with you this morning, but I also wanted to tell you, thank you. You are always speaking into me. You are always speaking into everybody that I know, that I see. You are always encouraging, and we need that from on high. Oftentimes on high, you know how the game goes. I'm too big for you, but that is not you. And I thank God for that, brother. I thank God for you. You have been a blessing to me and many others. And I watch your show whenever you go live, because it is always a treat. Because at your heart and at your core, I know you're God's servant, man. And I know you're just doing what he assigned you to do. And like I say, man, I just want to give you your flowers. Chris, if you would have been here a little earlier, we could have had fun.
That's good.
Could have really had fun. Chris is all serious this morning. Chris, I'm just messing with you. Jeez.
Oh no, man, it's all good,
Chris
man. I'm chilling, man.
That's what it is. Chris is just waking up, and
I've been up, man. I've been watching y'all.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching y'all, man.
I'm just saying.
Man, just working behind the scenes. That's all.
There you go.
I hear you. I hear you. So Chris is my boy, right? So I got to give him a hard time.
Oh yeah.
I sent him the invite about an hour ago, right?
It was actually 30 minutes ago.
It was like 45 minutes. We'll split the difference. It was 45 minutes ago, right?
Hey, Bill.
Then
he gonna come in here at 10:04. Hi.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hi.
It was just one of those it was just one of those fashionably late things. That's all.
There you go.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. Hey, C-Dub says Big Low is innocent. Big Low is innocent. Okay. Big Low is my dude, man. Anyway, guys. Hey, Big Low, Chris A1. Big Low, tell these folks where they can find you, like they don't already know, but tell these folks where they can find you.
Definitely. And before I do want to, just let you know, thank you so much for those kind words, T. Will. I definitely appreciate it.
It's the truth, brother. It's the truth. I'm being honest.
The thing is that whenever I do shows or whenever I do anything, I always say the first thing I say whenever I do, I'm just an old country boy.
Yep.
Former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. And that's the truth. It's not one of those situations where, I feel like I'm anything or any I'm just old country boy, so it I hope everybody kind of feels that whenever they see me. Or whenever they come across me, it ain't never a situation where it's like I hold myself as far as anything.
Oh no, because nobody sees that, man.
Yeah,
people love you, dude. They love you.
At the end of the day, man, we all Falcons fans, and we're gonna enjoy this sport, and we're gonna enjoy this entertainment and bounce ideas off of each other. But tell you what, I do want to let you know, I'm definitely seeing what you're doing, man. You make some great content over here.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope that you continue on. You continue to spread your message and, continue to do great things, man. Look, I don't know, in just the last month, right? In just the last month, taught me so much. Taught me that they have strippers at Hooters.
Right. Right.
Name Peaches.
Yeah.
And name. Yes.
Taught me that. Taught me that Kurt tries to bring potato salad with raisins to the cookout.
To the cookout, which is a party foul. That is a party foul, sir. That's a party foul.
Yeah. Absolutely. So look, continue teaching us and continue spreading this knowledge and spread it. But seriously, man, I definitely appreciate the invite and everything. Look, if I'm available, I always feel free to hit me up. I be tied up all the time, but if I'm available, I always feel free to hit me up.
Sir, 100%. And I cannot thank you enough. This has been a pleasure. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Big Low, I can't thank you enough. Brother Chris, I always got to thank you. I got to give you a hard time, but hey, man, Chris is my brother. Chris is always helping me out, always encouraging me. We always talking about something. So, A1, go ahead and tell these folks where they can find you, brother, so we can get up out of here.
Yeah. I know I came in kind of late and everything, but really, what I was trying to do was I was trying to catch that topic that you had up there about the All-Star game and everything, and just quick thoughts about that. I feel like there's nothing individual that can save the All-Star game. It's going to have to be something collective.
Yep.
All these new ideas that they have going on right now, it's different, it's unique, and it can cause some mystery. But I believe that the shine is going to wear off real fast because you're going to have players who are not going to buy in. This really starts from the leadership at the top. You think about it, all the guys that are getting paid the top dollar, if they don't care about what's going on with the All-Star game, and everything as far as like trying to play with some intensity, some desire, almost like it's almost like it's a playoff type atmosphere, kind of like how they used to in the old days, then ain't nothing gonna save it. It's got to start from the top because so it can trickle down to the young guys. You think about it when Jordan and Kobe and all those guys were performing, and you had younger guys coming into the league. Those guys competed because they knew that what's going to happen if you're on the court with a Kobe or a Jordan and you out there, it's like half-assing. Them boys gonna eat you up.
That's true.
So and they're gonna talk to you while they do it.
Yep.
So it's like, again, it comes down to the leaders of the new school is what I would like to say, to help get things back to where it needs to be. And also too, and then also as well too, let's just be honest, all those breaks and stuff that they had going on in the All-Star game, you can't do that with real hoopers. Come on, man. Most of these guys, like you look at the Shaq OGs, them dudes all in their 30s, and you want to keep giving them breaks, you get cold.
Yep.
You get cold, man. You seen Durant hanging from the rim and everything. Why? Because I'm getting cold, and you keep having all this stoppage in the middle of the game while I'm trying to play basketball. Like, let's keep it basketball. All this entertainment stuff, it really kills the game for me. But you can find your boy at A1YATLSPORTS. It's the Chris Tipmore. Come on over, like, comment, and subscribe. Also catch us over there. Catch me over there at the Hawks Digest, man. We just went over 1,000 subs over there. And so, gonna continue to push that channel as well, So I'm pushing A1YATLSPORTS, pushing Hawks Digest, and doing some other things too. Got some other things in the works. Just trying to be a busy individual, that's all. So my TikTok back. So, it's in the real, it's A1 Forever over there at TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, A1 Forever, man. Glad that the T Will was able to let me come on up here, even though I was late as hell. I still appreciate you, letting me come up here and just speak my piece for a quick minute, man. And everything that T Will was saying about you, Low, man, it's spot on, man, spot on. You're always putting a smile on people's faces, and even though I said like you're a kind heart, kind soul, so you can already tell it, man, and everything is genuine. So
thank you so
yeah,
much, brother. I appreciate it.
no.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, man, ain't no thing, man, for real, man. I enjoy working with genuine people. I enjoy conversating with people who what I'm saying, who's not going to bring drama to your life,
There you go.
Yeah,
Amen. Amen,
yeah,
brother. Well,
man.
hey, guys, I gotta run. I'm late for the show with the Beard Gang. C-Dub's gonna cuss me out, but hey, you see the link?
C-Double was in the chat.
No, C-Double is probably on the other show right now, probably looking for me. So, but it's all good, man. Hey, man, Chris A1, Big Low, thank you guys for joining me. I have so much respect for you guys, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You guys continue to speak into me and help me grow, and I love you for it. And thank you to the chat. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be with us. Thank you. You guys have an amazing day. There's the link. Click like, share, subscribe. If you want to, please do. It helps the algorithm, helps us to bring content to you. I want to thank God. Would not be here without him. Thank you, Jesus. Last but not least, thank you, Jack Spade. Thank you, Eric Parker. You guys have an amazing day. If you want, you can go over to, you can stay here on my channel and you'll see the next one, or you can go over to C-Dub's channel. Either way, Beard Gang coming at you right now. You guys have an amazing day. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.